What's up, YouTube? Today I'll be working on my Minecraft clone in C++ and Raylib. We'll start with a summary for people that have just started watching this series. Then chat will vote what we're going to do today. And at the end of the stream, we'll do a summary what happened in this stream, which will be in about 3 hours. We'll attempt to implement one feature, or if it's a small feature, we'll try to implement 2 features. So the stream will be about 3 and 4 hours. So let's start with a summary. Let's start with a summary, chat. This is my Minecraft clone. I started this stream a bit early, just to see what's up. Maybe we may prefer earlier. We'll see. I was just bored, chat. I was just bored. I usually do streams way later, but I wanted to start early, man. I was bored. We may even do more than 3 hours. I don't know. So this is the game. This is my game. I've made it with C++ and Raylib. Raylib uses OpenGL behind the scenes. If you don't know what that is, it's all right. Here we have a menu. We have a 360-degree view. We have this logo here that we created. And we have buttons. The buttons have audio. That was the audio from the button. And in the previous stream, this is what we added, chat. Animations. Left-hand animation, right-hand animations for block breaking and block placing. So look at how it's even for placing. We may need to change it some other time to be more to the center of the screen. Because right now I feel like it's like to be a little bit more upward. It needs slight adjustments, but it's fine. Like we had a single stream to do the animation, chat. It's good enough. It's good enough. And look at how the hand has view bobbing. So basically, as you move around, it changes a little bit. Also, I'm standing. We have animations. We have chat. Hello, chat. We have a chat. We can summon creeper. And we can bring back the previous chat message. Okay, doesn't matter. We can bring one of the previous chat messages. The creeper doesn't have pathfinding, it cannot explode, but we have TNT at least. We have TNT, so we have explosions. We could add the explosions to the TNT. That would be cool. And the TNT needs sound. I didn't add sound to the explosions. We have rain. We have rain, chat. We have rain, which follows us around and changes the sky to be a bit darker. And we have clouds. The clouds are very simple. They're just texture. They're just texture. They're not 3D clouds like Minecraft. But in my defense, Minecraft has an option for clouds like these ones. We can turn off the rain. Oh, and for the rain, look at when we're below something, when we have a ceiling. Look at this. Like there is no rain here. There is no rain here, only outside. And if we start mining, look at how here the rain stops. But if we break above here, we'll see the rain drops down. So that's kind of cool. And yeah, when I type the slash, I instantly get the chat. Summon creeper. And we can summon creeper. And anything else, chat? We have crafting table, which we need to fix it. When we added the pause menu, here we have pause menu as well. It broke the crafting table. I saw that in the previous stream, but I didn't fix it. And here the game menus pauses the game. The hand animation still continues. Not that big of an issue. I'll figure it out. But here we can go back to the game, and save and quit doesn't work. And we have sounds. And we have hand animation. We have structure block as well. We have structure block, which has all of the structures, like the, for example, the trees. And we have the first house here, but we can do oak tree. Okay, we can do first house, doesn't matter. We can do first house. First house. And load. Yeah, and we load the house. And yeah, we got the house. So we got structures. And I'm using the structures to spawn all of these trees. All of these trees are made in Minecraft, and I just save them with the structure block. I just place the block here, I right click it, and I create the bounds. I create the bounds like this. Here, this structure block, I will need to position more to the right. So from here, and I'll need to change these like boundaries. Like that. And then I just need to click save with the file name, and it saves the structure. I can change it in real time, etc. We have biomes. We have the snow biome. We have the desert biome, which I have currently disabled. I've currently disabled them. We have farmland. Oh, and we have water. Water is one of my favorite features. Look at how it spreads. I like how water spreads. And here, if we add water as well, it blends in with the other water. They increase their level. And the water is not finished because we had a single stream for it. And obviously, like, we do severe deadlines so we can progress faster and learn a bit faster. And I'm not looking for making perfect implementations. It's fine to not have it be perfect. Yes, I'm still using Kraylib. We have anything else? We have custom block hover. Oh yeah, the farmland. Farmland. This is the farmland. This is the farmland, and here we can grow, and we have debug information on the top left. Here for the farmland, look at this. Farmland has a moisture block state. It has a moisture property, and it's between 0 and 7. When it's 7, it's wet farmland, and when it's 0, it's not wet farmland. So this can start growing. This wheat, which has a property of age, and this one is also now wet, etc. And they can start growing, and they can actually grow to full wheat. We have texture pack support. This is the bare bones texture pack. We may go back to the default Minecraft texture pack, like to not have a texture pack. I'll think about it. And we have custom block hover. Look at how here we can target blocks behind it. It has a custom outline, the anvil. Here, this culling, I can fix it, but I have prioritized other stuff. And here, look at this, how it grew. This is of age 2, this is of age 1, this is of age 0. So the wheat is actually growing, and it's pretty good speed that it's growing in. It's pretty good speed. And we have ambient occlusion. This is ambient occlusion here. Look at how here it's a lot darker. Look at how here is a lot darker. This is ambient occlusion. Basically, and here in the edges, look at how here is darker. This is ambient occlusion. Basically, it makes it easier to notice the terrain, the depth of the terrain, because without ambient occlusion, it will look very flat. It will be very difficult to differentiate the terrain. So I prioritized ambient occlusion above lighting, because I made a mistake in my Java clone. In my Java Minecraft clone, I prioritized lighting because I thought it would look better, but no. Like, lighting only helps when you go in caves, when you start digging and use torches. And also we have first-time culling. It's not fully implemented first-time culling. Basically what first-time culling is, when you look away from the terrain, you get a boost of FPS. So for example, if I look towards this terrain, the terrain behind of us will not get rendered, which for us doubled the FPS. And we just used the frustum of the camera, which is just like kind of like a box. and we render everything that's visible for the camera, but we used only one plane of the first sum of the camera. We didn't fully implement it because we had a single stream and I had no idea what I was doing, but we doubled the FPS. We actually doubled it. So, and we have particles. We have particles. These are the particles that when you break a block, they spawn and they collide with the terrain. These particles, they are not perfect because once again, surprise, surprise, it was in a single stream. We had just 3 hours or 4 hours. This is the best we could do. If chat votes again, yeah, chat will vote what we're going to do in this stream. If chat votes to improve particles, we'll improve particles. Like, it's based on what chat decides. So yeah, it's enough of a summary. We can go on for a whole stream summarizing chat. It's enough of a summary. Oh, we have villages. Yeah, we have villages, but I've disabled the villages. It's fine. Oh, you have nether biome, but it's fine, chat. Let's, yeah, nether portal. Okay, and rails. Yeah, and we have rails as well. No, it's fine, chat. We don't need to summarize absolutely everything. Let's start. So let's go to the next part of the stream. The next part of the stream is it's very simple. I just open a notepad. And here we brainstorm what we're going to do today, chat. Here we just brainstorm. And so what's up, chat? Let's brainstorm ideas. So I remember a few options from previous streams. One option was to load the world loading screen. This is one of the options I remember. I don't want to do saving and loading because once I implement it and I add new features, it will break the saving and loading and we'll be adding a lot of features. I want to leave saving and loading as the last feature because it will break in the future. Survival mode, nether, item mesh generation, lava, or like cobblestone generator. Okay, lava, because we don't have lava. Since we have water, it's easy to implement lava. And if we implement lava, we'll combine lava and water and have cobblestone generator. So that will be cool. I'll add fireworks, but fireworks never get picked. I don't want to do compass because we're doing at least 1 hour and a half, or 1 hour. Adding compass should be very simple. We have rain, we can do snow, we don't have snow. Here we have item mesh generation, but I'll add it again as just items. Maybe people will prefer to be called just items. Torches, villagers, mob, pathfinding, or like a creeper. Creeper, how should I call it? Because it's very important how I call it, because if I name it badly, nobody will vote for it. Let me just vote it like mob pathfinding. Fire spread, we can do fire spread. New biome. Let me open the previous suggestions. So we had single player inventory, texture pack menu, options. Okay. Options, texture pack menu, thunder, boat, crafting, elytra, falling, sand, or like sand physics. We can implement the signs would be cool. Chest, combat. We don't have mobs before we have. Oh, chat, I forgot, we have third person view. Chat. It's not finished. We don't have animations for the third person view. We don't have animations. Yeah, we have options. This is the video and audio settings. We have options. Anything else before we start a vote, chat? The more options we have, the better the cooler the feature will do. Doors, fences, trapdoors. Structures. We have structures. Wool plus carpet. So, chat. Let's do something ambitious. Wool plus carpet is not ambitious. Let's do something fun, chat. Let's not be like, oh, we've added UI button. Ooh. let's try to do oceans. Okay, oceans. Spruce tree, furnace. What about menu where you can manage your texture packs? Yeah, that's the texture pack menu. It's right here, chat. It's right here. Improve caves. Okay. 3D noise caves. That would be cool. End dimension, ender dragon. Ender dragon. End dimension. What else, chat? Lever, button. We have lever, we have button. Button is not fully implemented. Nether, for the nether, we have a very simple nether where it has just blocks above us, block below us, the netherite blocks, and it has the red fog. The nether for now is extremely simple, and we don't have a fully working portal. We can do portal, nether portal. We can do 3D clouds. We can do 3D clouds. Redstone is ambitious. Food, support shaders. But shaders, we've already attempted shaders 2 times. I need to research a bit for shaders. Mob pathfinding, we already have that as an option. We have structures. Better villages. Because we have villages, but they're very simple, chat. Custom skin, Hero Brian. Yeah, maybe we have enough options. Yeah, I'll wait like 10 more seconds for a cool option to have. SpawnX, chat, we can do better. We have pistons. Warden. We can do iron golem. Potions. We can do enchantment table. We already attempted multiplayer too many times. I need to research it for further attempts. I need to do it off stream. API for mods. We could try mod support. We haven't tried it. We could try it. Improve for particles. We need something specific. Just better particles. We need more something specific. It needs to be not vague. Command tab completions. No, the chat is very simple. Ores. I think we have ores. Music. We have sounds. We are not going to do music. Okay, we have enough options. Let me create a poll, chat. Do I need to create one for Twitch? No, we have. It's like we're banned on Twitch. It's one viewer on Twitch. Okay, we'll just do a poll on YouTube. We'll just do a YouTube poll. I don't know why Twitch is suffering. Start poll. What to do? And here we need 4 options. So what are we going to do today, chat? What are we going to do? We have world loading screen. We have survival mode. Item mesh generation. Yeah, item mesh generation is very important. Because if we do item mesh generation, we'll be able to do crafting. We have particle physics, chat, already. Chests. Anything else, chat? Bro, stop spamming, man. You get to... Why do you make me have to time you out, man? I'll do 1 minute. I'll do 1 minute timeout. Then I'll do 1 day timeout. So for option, let me think about it. Fire spreading, mob path finding, that's cool. Mob path finding. Command block, we don't have commands chat for a command block. Loading screen. Loading screen. Loading screen. That would be cool, chat. Loading screen. What else? One last option. Survival mode. Survival mode. What would survival mode look like? If we do survival mode, we need to create the inventory. We need survival mode inventory. And we need hearts. It's too vague. It's too many features. We have just 3 hours maximum. The person that said survival mode, we need something specific, like maybe just the inventory. Achievements. Multiplayer, weapons. You should add coal and iron. Oh, so ores. So ores. Oh, the better caves. 3D noise caves. Plus ores. Plus ores. We're doing both in this with the 2 for 1. We're doing 2 for 1, chat. Okay, full options menu. Day-night cycle. Let's just pick from these options, chat. If we manage to implement it in an hour and 30 minutes, we'll do a second option. So there is a chance we may be able to do 2 features, chat. So start voting. Currently, we're voting what we're going to implement in my Minecraft clone during this stream. At the maximum, we have 3 hours to implement it. At the minimum, it's about 1 hour. So currently, these are the options. The first option is item mesh generation, which is important because currently we don't have items. We have redstone, but we cannot visualize it. And we cannot do we cannot implement crafting without item mesh generation. It's possible, but then mob path finding, we have creeper. We have the creeper, and it would be cool if we spawn creepers all around us and they go towards the player and explode. Because we already have the creeper in game, the creeper collides with the terrain, but it doesn't have pathfinding. We attempted to implement pathfinding and failed. So we can do a second attempt. Loading screen. Loading screen is useful when we start the game. When we start the game, there is nothing there. It just freezes. The game just freezes and we need to wait for everything to generate, and that's when we start. So it would be cool to have something loading while we wait. And then the last option is 3D noise caves plus ores, because currently the caves are very simple. We have caves currently. They're just some kind of noodle caves. They're like, I think they call them technically like Perlen worm caves, because they look like worms, and for the direction they take, I use the Perlen noise generation. We tried 3D noise in a previous stream and we got pretty cool terrain generation, and we may combine it for the caves. We've already tried 3D noise. We have the library for it. I think it's the fast noise C++ library. So we can immediately start using it. We're currently using it, but I've set the terrain to be 2D. So we'll see, chat. All of the options are good. So you guys decide. We have 55 votes. And currently 3D noise in caves plus ores is winning. So we may just end it here. We may just end the votes. Okay, I'll end it in 3, 2, 1. We're ending it. Okay, so which option won? The option that one is 3D noise caves plus ores. Okay, so we're doing caves and ores. If we have time at the end of the stream, we may try a second feature as well. We may try a second feature as well. Let me bring back chat. Let me remove chat. Let me remove this. Okay. So this is currently the game, and currently my caves look like this. They just use Perle noise. So basically, they're just, my caves are very simple. They're just a collection of points. They're just collection of points. Here, this is 1 point. This is another one, another one. I can even do a screenshot of this cave. I can do a screenshot. Let me show you how my caves look like. This is one of my caves. And we'll go in excalidraw.com. Here, we'll put it here. And I'll show you temporarily how the caves look like in Minecraft, because this is our goal. Minecraft, I think, uses 3D noise generation for the caves. We'll go in spectator mode. And actually, before that, you can notice how it's very dark right now. We can make it lighter by using potions or adding an effect. Here, if we do, what was the chat? What was the command for adding night vision effect? Effect at give to myself night vision infinite. Is that it? Okay, and we go in spectator. Okay, and I need to remove this mod. This mod shows the, this was when we implemented the water. This shows the block state of the water block, what current level of water it is. And when it's a full block, it's of 8. It's a bit annoying. I don't know how to stop it. Yeah, I don't know how. But let's look at the caves. Do we have 3D noise generation caves here? Much cooler. Oh, this cave. Here, look at this chat. So this is the third part of the stream where we look at Minecraft as reference, because this is how we get hints on how to implement the feature we have chosen. So chat has chosen for us to implement caves. Yo, what's this there? What's this? Oh, this is from the copper update. Here. Oh, I don't care about this chat. Okay, so this is a big cave, chat. Look at this. This is a 3D noise cave. And this looks very cool. This looks very cool. So this is our goal, chat. 3D noise cave. And to add possibly ores. These ores. To add ores as well. So let me go back in the game. And let me... how should we do this? Chat. Here, I just want to make a screenshot to change the thumbnail of the video so everybody knows what we're implementing. Okay, let's change the thumbnail here. Select. And I set it to the newest one. Yeah, this one, chat. Like this. Okay. Okay, done. And let me change the title. 3D noise caves. That's it. 3D noise cave. Okay, I updated the thumbnail. So now everybody should know. We will still get people joining the stream and asking what we're doing. It will not help everybody, but at least some people will know we're doing 3D noise caves. So currently my caves are very simple. So this is the goal. This is the goal. These huge 3D noise generation caves. This is the goal. This is what we currently have. This is what we currently have. And I'll show you the algorithm for my simple spaghetti noodle caves. It's very simple. here, it's basically like this, chat. We just have here points. We have here point, another point here, another point. I just generate points, chat. I just generate points and I break the blocks around them. I break in a circle around them. I break the blocks. And so this way I can decide how long my simple noodle cave will be. And here when I'm at the first point, this point has a direction. And by default, it's like, let's say to the north. But using Perlin noise, I decide randomly how much should I rotate the direction to the left and right and to up and down. And so that's how randomly we pick this point as the next one. And then randomly this point, and that's how I got these spaghetti noodle caves. But chat voted today to do a huge upgrade where we start using 3D noise algorithm, to use 3D noise. There's a library for using 3D noise in C++, which I think is called Fast Noise. Fast Noise 2, I think. Noise 2, CPP, that we are already currently using, because in a previous stream, we already attempted to implement 3D noise. So we're quite, this shouldn't be that difficult. Yeah, this is the 3D noise library we're using. So it shouldn't be that difficult, chat. It shouldn't be that difficult. But just in case, let's put a 30-minute timer. 30-minute timer. Let's put a 30-minute timer. If in 30 minutes we are stuck and we're mostly struggling and not having any progress, we'll switch to another feature. But if in 30 minutes we're doing all right, we'll increase the timer. Because sometimes we need to switch because we're taken more than we can chew. So sometimes we need to abandon ship and switch to a different feature. So let's give it 30 minutes and let's see what happens from here. We may be positively surprised. Chat. We may be positively surprised. Okay, so that's the whole setup for all of this. Let's actually start working, chat. Let's start implementing. And to preface, I have no idea what to do, chat. I have a vague idea on where to go as a direction, but I have no idea. In total, I have no idea, chat. We need to decide what should be. Okay, so we don't have that much time. We don't have a lot of time. We need to prioritize. What would be the easiest part of all of this? For implementing 3D noise caves, what would be the easiest part? The easiest part would be... What would be the easiest part? What's the naive approach, chat? What's the lowest hanging fruit? We could set the whole world to be solid, to not have any air. We can make the whole world be solid, like this, to not have surface. To not have surface, to just have everything be caves. Everything to be caves. That would be simpler to play around with the 3D noise, and we can experiment with the ores generating. And then we'll see how we can bring the surface down so that we can combine both the surface and the new 3D noise generation algorithm. We may do something like that, chat. We may do something like that. So what would be the most difficult part implementing this? What should we avoid in the next 3 hours? What should we avoid, chat? The most difficult part would be having to add fluids, having to add here the different block types. That would be the most difficult part. Having to add all of these different block types, we can avoid that and just focus on having the stone block as a type, just so we can focus on the shape of the terrain. To not have to waste time trying to make it pretty when it's still not working. So we can do that, chat. Yeah, kind of, yeah. Yo, Petsa, which language you recommend for game development, Java or C++? I started with Java and switched to C++. but I would recommend to try as many languages as you can. Limit yourself for each language 7 days. See which one you prefer personally, because for every person is different. You may prefer Python, and pick the one you enjoy the most working with, the one language you can code with every day, because this is a marathon, it's not a sprint. It's bad to burn out and quit. The thing you must avoid the most is burning out and quitting. That's the thing you need to avoid the most. Okay, let's focus, chat. Let's focus. Nobody prefers Python. No, Python every language, programming languages are tools. Every language has its own benefits and negatives. Like if I started programming this in JavaScript with HTML and CSS, the Minecraft clone, I would be in a disadvantage. I would be in a disadvantage. Seriously. Okay, so let's do this, chat. Let's start from somewhere, chat. Let's start from somewhere. What would be the simplest thing we can do? Yeah, so let's start from here. Let's bring the surface upward and let's remove the current caves. Okay, chat. Let's not have surface level. Let's bring the surface upward and let's remove the current caves. Let's remove these caves. Let's do something like that. If caves don't work after half an hour, will you move on to ores instead? We'll see once the time passes. We'll see, chat. We'll see. Let me sit down, chat. Let me sit down and actually lock in, chat. Okay, chat, let's lock in. Yeah, that's the first house. That's the first house that we built. Okay, chat. We built this house when we implemented the player. When we implemented the player with the collisions. Do you think that you can read my question? Are you the guy that played with Bok? What do you mean? I don't get the question. Okay, let's start, chat. Let's start. Let's bring the surface level above. And let's try to use the 3D noise generation algorithm. Okay, the reason should we actually bring the surface level above? Because we're just focusing on caves. I don't want to make it more difficult having to focus on the surface level as well. We can imagine it as if we're just making a caves game. A game about caves. Wait, wasn't the name of Minecraft the original name? Cave game. Wasn't it something like that? Yeah, let's just think of it as if we're just making a cave game. Yeah, cave game. Okay, let's remove the surface. Chat. Let's remove the surface. How would we remove the surface? How would we remove the surface? Well, we need to go where we generate all of this. And I have no idea where it is because it's a long time since we've changed that code. Maybe something to do with terrain or like biome. Get terrain here. It's here, chat. And here we have a surface level. This is the surface level. We could increase the surface level to be way higher. Way higher. Like the surface level to ignore the Perlen noise. To have it temporarily be a very high number. Like 256. A very high number. So we should have just caves everywhere. We shouldn't have a surface level now. Yeah, currently it's just caves around us. It's just caves. We could probably temporarily disable the hunt because it's in the way a bit. We could maybe disable the hunt and I could by default disable the UI temporarily. Just so we can more easily see. Okay, So this is the current focus. We simplified it. And now instead of these noodle caves, let's use 3D noise generation, and let's hide the hand, because the hand is annoying. It's not annoying, it's distracting, because the focus currently is on the caves. And let's hide the UI by default. Show pause menu. Where is the UI? Draw UI false. Let's hide the UI by default. And where do we draw the hand? Right arm. Somewhere here, maybe on render. Hand position. Yeah, draw model here. Let's hide the hand. Like this. So by default, everything should be disabled. In Minecraft F1 disables UI. In my game as well. But we recently implemented the hand, so it doesn't disable the hand. Let me check chat. We managed to hide the UI, but there is one slight issue. The mouse was showing. Let me check for when I check for the F1 key. I don't do it here. Maybe in the game layer. F1 here. Draw UI. I toggle it from here. So why did the mouse show, chat? That's very peculiar. Okay, it's fine. True. We can leave it as true. We'll just disable it in game. Okay, let's run the game again. And we should see our old noodle caves. Okay, these are our old noodle caves, chat. These are the caves. They are very simple. Let's now, the goal currently is to have these caves. This is the goal. To have cool caves like these ones with 3D noise generation. And we will avoid these decorations because the priority is to get the look of the caves. Right now we are not doing cave decoration. We're just focusing on the shape of the caves. So let's remove all of these simple caves. Let's temporarily remove them so that we have room for the cool caves. And where did we generate them? Cave. Here, cave generation, carve out cave. Let's temporarily remove them. Let's temporarily remove them. So now we should have no caves. Like this. Yeah, currently we don't have any caves. The state is cleaned. We can try now let's now use 3D noise generation. Let's now attempt to use 3D noise generation, chat. So what's the library we're using? It should be... Which is the library? It should be, yeah, Fast Noise 2. This is the library, chat. This is the library. Is this library, chat? Is this library? This library has... What does it have? It has this UI here, chat. It has this UI. We could use it because it has these nodes. It's like in Unity where you have nodes where you can generate stuff. It simplifies using the 3D noise generation. Should we use it or should we directly use it through code? Because there are two ways of using this library. We saw that when we tried it in a previous stream. Where are we currently using the library? Where are we currently using it? It should be in this subchunk class, maybe. Should be in this subchunk class. Here. And here, fast noise. Yeah, we're using it here. Yeah, here, when we generate the blocks. And this is a chat. This here is the entire, this sets up the whole world. This sets it up. By just using this string, man. This library is very cool. It has a lot of features. Look at this chat. Just by giving it this string, it sets up the whole library. How? Well, using their nodes. It was by using their nodes. And we downloaded this program and I forgot where I put it. So should I look for, yeah, this node editor. It has this node editor. And I'm not sure where I put it. Should I look for it? Or the alternative is to do it through code. So basically all of these nodes, you just generate them through code. That's the alternative. But I think it should be easier to just use this application. We could download it from the release again. Oh no, I think we cloned the repository and we compiled it. So it should be in my developer folder. Maybe. We can search for fast noise. Where is the browser? Here. Yeah, fast noise 2. Currently searching for fast noise 2 to see if we have the executable somewhere in game. Brother. Wait, did it crash? No, it didn't crash. Okay. We're searching for fast noise 2. Yeah, I don't see the node editor, sadly. Let me look in documents. Maybe it's in documents. Fast noise, no. Node editor, no. Maybe in downloads. Yeah, maybe most likely in downloads. Yeah, fast noise, okay. It's in downloads, yeah. Binary, node editor. Okay, I found it, chat. This is it. It's really cool. Use fast noise 2 in Unity. What's up, gamers? Is that from Danny? Okay, this is the fast noise terrain generation, chat. This is the node editor where it's very simple to use it from here. Here we're using Perle noise. We're using this fractal node that just makes the Perle noise look more detailed. And then we're subtracting from the Perle noise, we're subtracting this image here, these values, so that we can have a surface. I think this part down here should be the surface. And so that's our current algorithm for generating the world. Should we? Let me think about it, chat. What should we do? We want just caves. We just want caves. We could, chat, add it. What should be simpler? Will it be simpler to here to just have the caves or to try to add it to this? Because maybe adding it should, or it's actually subtracting. Maybe it's just subtracting from here, the caves. We'll see, chat, we'll see. Let's just create a node here. Let's create a node. We want some kind of 3D noise, chat. We want some kind of 3D noise. Let me think about it, chat. Chat, what do you think I should do? Let me change one thing about the live stream. I think this will make it easier, like this. Okay, chat, now the chat should be better experience for you guys. I made it to subscribers. Okay, chat. Let's focus, chat. How much time do we have? How much time do we have? We have 11 minutes just to see if it's too difficult for us. I don't think making a new cave gen again that fast makes sense. What do you mean? Chat, we need to do an attempt at least, because if we don't do attempts, just because we believe it doesn't make sense, we will get nowhere. Let's do an attempt. It's fine, chat. We have a 30-minute time limit. If it doesn't work out, we'll switch to something else. It's fine. It's fine. Okay, here let's create a node. Let's create some kind of a node. Basic generator. What should it be like? Perlin. We want Perlin, chat. Coherent noise, Perlin. Let's do Perlin. Is it 3D by default? Hopefully. And here let's visualize it. Okay, this visualizes it immediately. This visualizes it immediately. Like this. So this is just Perlin noise, chat. This is here just Perlin noise. This is just Perlin noise. So already it's pretty cool. You have caves that works. I personally do something different. Yeah, but chat voted 3D noise gen caves, and we're doing 3D noise gen caves. It's very simple, chat. It's very simple. Okay, chat. So this is just Perlin noise, chat. This is just Perlin noise. And is it 3D? Yeah, this is 3D. This is 3D because the way I tell the difference is 2D doesn't have something above us, but 3D has terrain above and below you, everywhere. 2D Perlin noise cannot do this because 2D Perlin noise just gives you a height level and that's it. It's very simple. So this should be 3D noise, chat. And it's currently very simple. It's just Perlin noise. It's just Perlin noise. Let's improve it. Let's improve it by adding this fractal stuff. And let's visualize it. And now it looks like this, chat. Now it looks like this. Sure. Nice. It looks like this. Okay, so let's play around with parameters, chat. Let's play around with parameters. So which parameters do we need to change? Which parameters do we need to change? Let me maybe move this to the right so you guys can see. I don't want to look at this debug information. Okay, so this should be much easier to see, chat. So what should we change? Currently, what's the issue here? Can we use this currently as it is? Well, no, because the caves will be too big. So can we make these caves a lot smaller? They can have parts that are big, but to be limited in some way. How can we do that, chat? How can we do that? Here we have this Perlin noise. What is this feature scale? Let's change it. Okay, what did it do? Oh, it just scales. Oh, it's just scaling. We just scale it so they become smaller. Also, maybe this is what we wanted. To make them smaller. Is this, how does this look like? How does this look like? And what if I just focus on the Perlin noise? Yeah, just focusing on the Perlin noise is better. Here, the fractal noise, where it has more details, doesn't look cool. Just the Perlin noise looks better when we make it smaller. Let's even scale it up even more. I think this looks fine enough for the first test. Yeah, we can do first simple test, chat. We can do a first simple test. Okay, let's just use this Perlin noise without this fractal noise. Let's remove it. How can we extract this? Copy and code it node 3. Okay, let's copy it. Okay, let's directly use it, chat. Let's directly use it here. So here, let's copy paste this and comment it out. And here we just need to copy the encoded node 3. We need to copy it and place it here. That's it, chat. That's it. So let's see. But we need to use the noise. We need to use the noise, chat. We need to use the noise. We're currently not using it. We have it. Use fractal noise, but with correct settings. Okay. We'll add the fractal, but let's keep it simple. Let's just see how the pearly noise looks like as caves. Let's just see just the pearly noise in our world. We need to use it. So here we get the noise. Here we get it. And we get the noise value here, and we give it here. Or get terrain. We give it here. Okay, chat. Let me think about it. If I directly use it, we'll just get the same result as here. We'll just get the same result as here. We're not doing much, chat. I think it would be better to add terrain above us here in this logic. So if I go back to the previous version here, this is our current terrain generation, which is kind of flipped. It's flipped. Can we flip it from here? Y up, Z up. What will this do? Y up. Okay. Yeah, this is our current noise generation in the game. I think this should be it. Yeah, this should be the current noise generation, kind of. It should be this. And we spawn here in the world. And in my game, I just changed the block types. I just changed the block types in my game. So can we combine this? Can we combine this with... Wait, is this 2D? Is this 3D? Oh, this is 3D. This is 3D. In my game, I do it into 2D, chat. In my game, I set this to be 2D. I don't want here to be 3D because I cannot make it look nice. Where do I set it up to be 2D, chat? Where do I set it up to be 2D? Somewhere, oh, here, generate uniform grid 2D. So if I change this to be 3D, it will make it 3D. That's where I do it, chat. If you want cool idea for caves, make extremely strict fractal noise, and then every found noise position spawn a ball of blocks, range of like... no, I'll keep it simple. Let me think, chat. Oh, here, do we have here some way to change it here to be 2D? This should be 2D, chat. This should be 2D. Oh, here, mesh type. Height map 2D. So this should make it to be 2D, chat. This should make it be 2D. Where is our current position? Yeah, here. This is our current position. Let's move outside. What? Oh, it's a height map. It's a height map. Interesting. The height map. Also, this maybe just generates 3D. Maybe just 3D in the visualizer, in the node visualizer. That's a bit of a bummer. A bit of a bummer, chat. Okay, let's just combine them. Let's just combine them, chat. We'll do 3D. We'll probably do 3D. We'll probably do 3D. Because here, currently the problem is, this is my surface level noise generation. This is for the surface level. The problem is that here I switch it to be 2D here with this function. I switch it to generate 2D, 2D noise to generate, not 3D. And if I do this for the caves, it will break them, because the caves need to be here. They need to be generate uniform grid 3D. It needs to be 3D. And if I have both of them to first generate 2D and then to generate 3D, it will take too much time to generate the terrain. That's a bit of a problem, chat. It will be faster if everything is generated at once. That would be faster, chat. So we may need to change this to be 3D. And so the world noise generation will look something like this. The world noise generation will look something like this. The problem with this is we get some shapes that are very weird. Or maybe it's not a problem at all, chat. Or maybe it's not a problem at all. Yeah, we may do the switch, chat. We may do the switch to just use 3D. Okay, let's do that, chat. Okay, I have an idea, chat. I have an idea. Let's just use 3D and we'll combine the caves with this terrain generation. We'll combine. Yeah, we'll combine. And yeah, look at this, chat. I get these weird shapes. Look at this weird shape. This is a weird shape. I don't know if we'll match with the game, but it's fine. Okay, let's do it. Let's do this, chat. Let's do this, chat. Let's combine this 3D noise generation with the cave noise generation. Here, this is the caves, chat. This here is the caves. This here is the caves, chat. This is the caves. Let's combine them. So here in the texture, so this is the texture that we get. This is for the surface noise generation. The white spot is probably air, block type of air, probably. And so here probably is where the caves are. So let's add them. So like what are noise generation, what are Perle noise textures? They're just images with value. They're just values. They're just values between -1 and 1. That's it. They're just a bunch of float values. And we can do, if the current float value is above 0, to set it to be air. Something like that. So it should be the bright spot. Wait, my cat is here. I've removed the cat. Can you try break mine game made by... We're not trying a game right now, chat. Right now we're trying to implement 3D noise. That's what we're trying to do, chat. Okay, chat. Okay, let's combine the 3D, the cave generation noise with the surface level noise generation. For removing cat. She invaded it. She's outside. She invaded from the window. I'll bring her. I'll bring her. I'll bring her. Okay, she's here, chat. Okay, let's focus. Let's combine these textures, because at the end of the day, the noise textures are just float values between -1 and 1. They're just simple float values, chat. So if we combine them, so if we add them together, we should have both terrain generations. So let's add them together, or maybe to subtract. Let's see, chat. Let's see which one of the two we need to do. So let's remove this temporarily. So this is the caves, chat. This is the caves. This Perlin noise, this texture is the caves. These are the caves. And this is the surface level. So what should we do? We should, let's try to subtract again. Let's just see what happens. Operator, add or subtract. Let's do subtract here. This texture and with this texture. So what do we get here? Oh, brother. What's this, chat? I had a sneeze. Brother, what is that? That looks cool. What's the issue here, chat? What's the issue here? We're trying to add them together. Let me think about it. Let's remove the subtraction. Let's bring it how it was before. Let's bring it how it was before. And how should we do it? Let's copy this gradient. Can we duplicate it? We cannot. That's a bummer. Gradient. Let's do this gradient. And how is this calculated? Let's copy it. So 0, 0, 0, 0. And y multiplier is 0, 1, 0. Like this, chat. That's the y multiplier. And let's do the same thing. Let's subtract them here, these ones. So I make the caves, or maybe to... No, let's flip it. Let's flip it so we get the caves like just below us. And then to add them together. Is that shader graph or well generated? This is a library for generating 3D noise. This is a library. It has this node graph editor that makes it simple to create your to generate the terrain, like to play around with the parameters for the noise generation before you move it into the game. It makes it a lot faster, the process, chat. Because here we can instantly look at this. These are the caves. Here we can instantly look at just the caves. Or here we can instantly look at just the surface level. Okay, how should we do this, chat? Okay, let's subtract these ones. Let's subtract these ones. Operator, subtract. The thing we're going to do is just have the caves be like this. So let's look at it. So we're limiting the caves to not be everywhere. And let's combine them. Let's combine them here. Let's combine them. Operator add. Let's add all of these. Let's add all of these. How should we do it, chat? How should we do it? These are currently the caves. We've limited them, the caves. Yeah, this is one of the cave. The cave currently looks very simple. Multiply the purlin by the mask and then add, not subtract. Okay, let's multiply it by the... Okay, yeah, let's multiply it. Why not? Let's multiply it. If we do operator multiply, what do we get? No, we don't get a good result. We don't get a good result. We don't get a good result, chat. Let me see now. How should I do this? Okay, chat. This is one problem. The 30 minutes are over. The 30 minutes are over. Should we continue? 30 minutes are over. Should we continue? Yeah. We can do, but continue with one slide change. We can do one slide change. Let's bring down the scope so that we don't scrap this, so that we can have this in game and start using it. Let's what should be the change? What should be the change? I'll see in time. I will do some kind of a change to this idea so that we don't have to scrap the feature. Let's see now. So this is the terrain. Sure. And let's assume when the value is white, it's air. Let's assume that. And we want yes. So this here is a mask. This is a mask. This mask, what does it do? From here? Oh, from here it just removes maybe just the top side or like the bottom side. It removes one of the sides from here, from this noise generation. Probably, right? This mask. And it results to this chat. Where is the terrain? Yeah, this is the terrain. So below us we have terrain. We have terrain below us. So we subtracted. Oh, we subtracted here these values. We subtracted the air. And it's a gradient. We subtracted it from here. And let me see. And we get this. So let's do the same with let's do something similar but not the same for the caves. I want the opposite for the caves, I think. No, I want actually the same thing. Yeah, let's do the same thing. Let's do operator. No, generator. Let's do gradient again. Wait, do we have caves here, chat? What if I go down? What will happen? I don't have anything down here, chat. There isn't anything here. Can we combine them before the gradient? Can we do this? Can we combine them here? This Perle noise with this one. You need to clamp the gradient to 1, 0 and 1, then optionally threshold, then multiply. Let's do here gradient. Let's do a gradient here. Y multiplier. What if it's 1? Okay, what if it's like this? Sure. Let's use it as a mask here. If I add them, what will happen? If I add them, what will be the result? Most likely we need to subtract them. Not a good result, I think. Actually, No, wait, actually. No, let's do subtract. Let's do subtract. Let's do subtract here. And let's lower this, chat. Let's lower this like this to be 5 instead of 10. To be 5. Subtract them. What do we get? Yeah, these caves here. We get these caves. Sure. And let's add them, the results. Let's add them. Operator add. Let's add them together. The surface and the caves. So what do we get? No, we need to increase it. We need to increase this value to 15. Let's increase it to 15. And what do we get here? Oh, to subtract. Let's do subtract. Let's do subtract here. Let's do subtract. Let's subtract. Maybe to change the order of the subtraction. Oh, now it's the opposite side. We need to multiply with a clamp 0,1 to the gradient. And optionally threshold before to get a hard cutoff. So let's remove these ones. Remove it. So this is the surface level we got. This is the surface level. These are the caves. The caves are these cutouts here. And currently they're very simple because I don't want to overly complicate them right now. I just want to combine these simple 3D caves with the surface level. I want to combine them. And so I used this mask. Where below here we have nothing. Above it we have air, and below it is just blocks. Below it is just blocks. And so if the air is the positive values. No, chat, let's do this experiment here. Let's go in here. And what if we change this in real time, the y value? Oh, this is the y multiplier. That's different, chat. This should be 0, I think. No. Oh, we can do negative. Let's do -10. Let's do -10, chat. Let's do -10 multiplier. Like this. So it's the opposite now. It's the opposite. And so this is what we get currently. This is what we get. Sure. And let's combine them. Do no. No, chat is fine. I'm just experimenting with this. It's fine. And we subtract. What will happen? What will happen? Why do we get this result? Yeah, these are the caves, chat. These are the caves. These are the caves. They are... and what now, chat? These are the caves. These are the 3D noise caves. We want them to combine them with the terrain. Or like... no, it needs to be the opposite. It needs to be the opposite. Yeah, this is the terrain. Think caves subtract should look opposite. What if I add them together? Add. What if I add them? A bit of a bummer. Okay, and let's change the multiplier to be positive. Now it's positive. I think it froze. Did it froze? Yeah, I think it froze. It's struggling, chat. It's struggling. Why is it struggling so much? Okay, now it's fine. Now it's fine. Now it's fine. Yeah, look, this is what I'm the most confused at. The resulting texture. Because look at it here. This is the terrain. And let's say the black part is the surface. Or the white part. I don't know which one. And these are the caves. These are the caves. The cave should look different, actually. No, I'm messing up the caves. I'm messing up the caves. Let me change the cave. I'm messing up the caves, chat. The stream had issues because of probably encoding, but it should be all right now. It's because of the node editor was struggling. The stream should be all right. Yeah, I'm looking the stats. The stats are fine. Right, chat? Is stream fine, chat? Stream should be fine, right? Yeah, stream is good. Okay. Stream is good. It's because when the program was about to crash. It's with the program was about to crash and it had issues. Let's focus on this, chat. Let's focus here on just the caves. Just the caves. We're doing them all right, kind of. How should we attempt to do this, chat? Should we attempt to do this? Okay, chat. I have an idea. I have an idea. Let's simplify it. Let's simplify it. We will. This is my idea, chat. Let's just copy this part, the 3D Perlin noise, what we initially were going to do. Let's copy this part, and like we initially planned, let's not think of the surface level. I'll focus on the surface level, not right now. Okay, so here we need 3D noise. We need to change this noise generation. It needs to be 3D noise. It needs to be 3D noise here. Generator, generate uniform 3D. We need to, and here we do noise data. This function will fill up the float vector. It will fill up the float vector. We want to offset it with the subchunk origin X, subchunk origin Y, subchunk origin Z, and the step size. So one subchunk is 16 by 16 by 16. And what else? Oh, it's just the count. So what do you mean by step size? Let's just have ones here. One here. And the seed, let's do some number. Okay, so now it should be 3D noise, chat. Now it should be 3D noise. So what now, chat? And we're giving the noise value here when we get the terrain. Sure. And for the planes, yeah, we don't use a surface level. We don't use a surface level. Let's remove the desert. I don't want the desert. I don't want desert, and I don't want, wait a minute, plains. This is the plains. This is the biome. Let's have all of the biomes be the same stuff. Nether, like this. Here, let's remove nether. Let's remove snow. I don't want biomes right now. Like this, chat. So we should have only one simple biome. Summon cave, trust me. Simplex noise is faster than Perlin. Yeah, we'll change it, but not right now. Should be easy to change here. Yeah, instead of Perlin, to use modifier or yeah, domain. No, what was it? Coherent noise, simplex noise. So this, chat. So this simplex noise. Okay, let's just use this simplex noise. We just copy the tree. We copy the tree and we use it here. Here. We use it here. We use it here. That's it, chat. That's it. So now we get when we so what's the algorithm? We go over every sub chunk and we go over all of the blocks. So they are 16 by 16 by 16. We go over every block and we ask, we have a function, we've abstracted it. We have a function where we give it the coordinates and we give it the noise value. This is from the 3D noise and for which biome. And it should give us a block type. So what block type should we give it? So let's keep it simple. Let's have it be between air and stone. Let's keep it simple. So here, usually with 2D Perlin noise, you just check the surface level. If the block is at the surface level, the result is grass block. If the block is below the surface level, the type is stone. The type is stone. Else, it should be air. It should be air else. That's it. It's very simple. Should be very simple. This is for 2D Perlin noise. But we're using 3D noise. That's different. It will not work for 3D noise. Here, we will just check for every block. Here, by default, let's say the result is air. By default, the result will be air. And if the noise value is, let's say, positive, if the noise value is positive, the result will be stone. Or maybe the opposite. The default to be stone and else to be air. Something like that. And we'll remove all of this. Like that. So let's see what result do we get with this change. If it even compiles. Let's see if it even compiles. Let's see if it compiles, chat. Let's start the game. Any moment. Chat. It looks a bit different. It looks a bit different, chat. What did I mess up? What I was expecting is this, chat. I was expecting this here. This is what I was expecting. This is what I was expecting. This look and this looks a lot better than this. Where are we messing up? Where are we messing up? Where are we messing up, chat? Yeah, we give it the noise value. And we just Yeah, here we check the noise value, and noise value should be between -1 and 1, probably. Let's do if it's above 0.5. Yo. Bro, how did we spawn here perfectly in this small region? So now it's a lot closed up. A lot more closed up, chat. Oh, no. Let's look at one. Maybe, I have an idea, chat. Maybe the part we're messing up is when we generate it here. Generate uniform grid 3D. Here we give it values. Here we give it the subchunk origin, X, Y, and Z. And we give it some values. We give it the count and step size. Maybe I've messed up the count and step size. So let's look at here the examples. They should have examples. How do they, yeah, here, look at this chat. Generate uniform 3D grid. This is the where they give it the data. This is the current position. This is the current size. And what are these ones? What are these ones? So it's X, Y, and Z offset. X count, Y count, Z count. X step size, Y step size, Z step size. And seed. So seed and step sizes. And offset, step size. What are these additional values? That's interesting. Do we have an alternative function? Generate uniform grid 3D. Do we have here? No, it's just one option. One option. Here it has comments. Let me read the comment. Maybe in a header somewhere. Maybe in a header. Yeah, where do they use the offset? Fine. I want to read the comment. So this generates 3D uniform grid of noise values, fills out with noise sampled. Ideal for such as voxel terrain, sure. Or density fields. Try to avoid setting X count to 1 if you want a slice of 3D noise due to how the position was generated. Is bad for performance use. Y divided Z count to 1. Output values are written with X as the innermost loop. Then Y, then Z. So Z times Y count. What if I change them to be 16 here? This to be 16. What will happen then? See what will happen then. It's different for sure. It's different. It's different. Yeah, so we're not using it properly, chat. Not defining it properly. Currently, I'm. Wait. I found a problem. I forgot to change one more place, chat. It's here. We need to get the noise value from here. I ignored the y-axis. We need to go through. We weren't going through all of the noise values. It's fine, chat. This should be it. But let's see. Let's see if this is it. Okay, this is much better, but it's an improvement, chat. It's an improvement. We need to improve it a bit more. It's an improvement. How do they iterate through it? They iterate through the Z, Y, and X. So the Z, Y, and then X. And then X. Let's try it again. Try again. Okay, okay. Yeah, I think that was it, chat. I think that was it. Okay, we're getting the terrain. We're getting the exact same terrain. Nice. So what now? What now, chat? We want caves. We want caves. So these as caves. First, we have two issues, chat. We have two issues. The main issue is we don't have the surface. Here are the clouds. We don't have the surface. This is the first issue. The second issue is these caves are probably too big. Which one is a priority? I mentioned I'll make a change when the 30 minutes were over. I said we were going to make a change. I think the change should be to bring back the surface. Let's have the surface so that we don't need to scrap the feature. Let's bring back the surface. Let's combine them together, chat. Let's combine them together. Let's bring back the surface. But we have one big issue. We have one big issue. We don't have surface level. We don't have surface level. Because with 2D Perl noise, we had surface level. And we could set surface level, like we cannot set the block types. This is what I mean. We cannot set block types. I need the 2D Perl noise. 2D Perl noise gives me good enough terrain generation. I need the Perl noise. So I will need to generate terrain 2 times, which would be maybe too slow. But let's see how slow it will be if we generate 2D noise as well. So here, let's have here this, let's rename, one second. This, let's rename it to be surface generator. And here, let's have surface noise. Surface noise, and it needs to be two-dimensional array. It needs to have values for a 2D grid, not 3D. And here, let's just generate surface generator. Let's generate 2D. Here, let's generate 2D grid, but here instead of noise data, we do surface noise data, surface noise data. And let's see how much slower it becomes, if it's too slow or not. If it's not too slow, we'll combine them together. We'll combine them. Bro, it's fine. It's fine. It's not that bad. It's not that bad. Okay, let's combine them, chat. Let's combine them. So here we do float surface noise value equals surface noise, then int surface index noise equals 0, surface index noise plus like that, and we need to give it to the function because this is for the caves noise. This is for the cave, so let's rename it cave noise value. This is for the caves. So in this function, let's have this be cave noise, and let's have float surface noise, like that, chat. We need to have two noise generators. We need to have them to be 2, like that. Like that. Done, sure. And when we use it here, we give it the cave and we need to give it the surface noise value, like that. So let's combine them. Let's combine them. So get terrain. Here, let's calculate the surface level. Surface level, surface noise. We calculate surface noise. So let's keep it simple. Let's keep it simple. Let's do if global y equals surface level, result will equal grass block. If global y is less than surface level, here is where we will have caves. This is where we will have caves. So let's do by default result equals stone, just to test it out. Else result equals air. We can do air, okay, air. And let's see the result. Right now we shouldn't have the caves. If it works, we'll add the caves, which should be very simple. Should be very simple, but let's see. Oh, come on, man. Come on. Why do we get these bolts here? I think I know why. It's because of here the order in which we increase the surface noise value. It should be, yeah. It's a bit of a bummer. Here, surface noise index, we need to calculate it a bit differently. Here, we need to do a calculation. We need to do, how should we get it? Damn. Oh, that's a bit of a bummer, chat. A bit of a bummer. No, we can do it. We can do it. Because here we just increase the index with plus. The problem is this noise, the cave noise generation is 3D noise, and it needs the order to be Z, Y, and X. But surface noise value needs only two axes, Z and X. But here we have Z and Y. That's why it breaks it. So we'll keep this one as it is, but this 3D noise will do it differently. Here we'll do X plus Z times 16 plus Y times 16 times 16. So this should work. Oh, I need to restart it. I need to restart it. I need to bring back this here and this here. I need to swap them because the 2D Perle noise needs the Z and X. Needs the Z and X like that. So let's see what's up. Yeah, stream is a bit early. See what's up. Okay, this is the 2D Perle noise generation. This is the 2D Perle noise. This is the 2D Perle noise. Wait, is it? And below it should be empty. Yeah, below it's empty. Below us it's empty. Why is it a lot slower? Okay, below us is empty. Sure. So now below us, let's do this. Here, if we are below the surface level, instead of directly setting it to stone, let's do it differently, chat. So the default will be air. Default will be air. When we're below surface level, if cave noise is above 0, the type will be stone. Like that. And let's see what the result is. So we should have 3D noise gen below us. We should have 3D noise gen below us. Yeah, but I'm iterating through the 3D noise the wrong way. The order matters, chat. The order matters. I'm doing the order wrong. How do they do the order? What do they do for order? They do X, Y, and Z. So here it should be, this should be Y and this should be Z. Like that. Let's test it again. So now the order should be fine. And let's go down. Yo, chat, 3D noise caves, chat. 3D noise caves. Yo. Interesting. Yeah, this is cool. Yo. Yeah, they are big caves, chat. Huge caves. Okay, this is good, chat. This is good. This is good. Yeah, let's make them smaller. Yeah, let's make them smaller. So we combine them both in game. Here, okay. So these are the current 3D noise caves. Here we can play around a lot faster. Let's make changes. So what would be the change? We can do something else here as well. We can do something, we can do changes here. Here we do if the noise is positive value to be stone. Let's do differently. Let's make it if it's above 0.8. We can just do this. Oh no, let's do the opposite. Let's do the opposite. If it's less than this to be stone. Because we need most of the blocks to be stone. And just a few of them to be air. Yo, what's this cave? Interesting. We can include the surface level, chat. We can include the surface level so that we don't get something weird like this. Let's include the surface level as well. Let's include the surface level as well. Here, if it's below or equal to the surface level, yeah, let's check if we're at the surface level. Should I do this, chat? Oh, let's do it like this, chat. Let's do it like this here. If we're at the surface level and cave noise is less than 0.8, and here we do if we are below the surface level and cave noise is below 0.8, we do this, chat. Let's try it like this. This should make it work. So now there, yeah, look at it. Yo, chat. Chat. This is, oh, look at this, chat. Yo. That's cooler than I imagined. That's way cooler than I imagined. Look at this. Bro, this is so cool. And this is 2D Perle noise with 3D Perle noise. I combined both of them. Chat. This deserves a thumbnail, chat. Or maybe from above a bit. Like this. It's fine, doesn't matter. It's not that big of a deal. Yeah, like this. It's fine, chat. We don't need to overly complicate it. Let's change the thumbnail so people can see it. Change. Yeah, I'm happy we did this, chat. I expected a lot less. I expected a lot less, chat. These are the cave. Interesting. Yeah, that's cool. Is it optimized? It's not optimized. My focus is to go through as many features as I can. If I do optimization, it will stop me from implementing features. Yeah, let's look at the underground. Underground are like these caves, but that's actually fine, chat. That's actually fine if we add another algorithm. If we add another algorithm, chat. Because in Minecraft, let's look at Minecraft. In Minecraft, look at how some caves are spaghetti caves, noodle caves. Not all of the caves are big caves. Like here, look at how... let's see, here, this is a big one. What's a good example? This is kind of a ravine, chat. This is kind of a ravine. Interesting. We just get these blobs. Can you add? We just get these blobs here. Yo, but look at this, chat. Look at how it carves out the terrain. That's cool. Yo, and here, look at this egg. Yo, what a huge cave, man. Look at this huge cave here. And we can look at Steve. What? What's this? Interesting. This? Okay, so we need to make a change. We need to make a change to... What change should we make, chat? Yo, look at this one. Yo, look at how it goes from below here, above, down. Should we make the blocks below to be for sure bedrock? To have bedrock here below us. What level is this? This is... Y is 0. The Y is 0. Let's have bedrock, chat. Do we have bedrock? It should be easy to implement. Let me see. Blocks. No, we don't. Let's just copy the sand block. Copy. Paste. Here. Bedrock. Like this. This is the bedrock. Do we have the bedrock JSON? Bedrock? Yeah, it's right here. So bedrock like this. We have the bedrock. Let's now add the ID. Let's add the ID here. Bedrock. And the only last change we need to do. The last change we need to do is to link the ID with the tag. The bedrock ID with the bedrock tag. But we have an issue. Will it crash? Because the creative mode inventory automatically adds all of the blocks, and it was full the last time I ran the game. Yeah, we don't see the bedrock here. And we don't need it there. We just need it for the terrain generation. We just need it for the terrain generation. So, oh brother, I closed Solution Explorer. Yeah, here. Where do we need to add it? It needs to be in subchunk, I think. Here, yeah, here, yeah. If here in planes, if global y equals 0, the result will be bedrock. We can directly just return bedrock. We don't need to bother. So we should have bedrock at the bottom. Why don't you use the... Bro, your comment is hard to read. Can you make third person view very simple? Third person is fine. We don't have animations, but... Yo, bedrock. We have bedrock, chat. We have bedrock. Yeah, this is bedrock. And this is at 0, 0. Yeah, we have bedrock, chat. So here, when we get terrain generation like this, it hits the bedrock. So it's fine. It doesn't look that weird. So what are we going to do with the caves, chat? What are we going to do with the caves? What are we going... egg rock. You look like my friend from there. How to connect the blobs? To connect them. Should we connect them? We can do one change, chat. We can do one change here. How should we do it? Let's do float noise noise limit. We can do, let's do const float noise limit equals, right now is 0.8 here, noise limit. So if we change the, if we decrease this value, we should get bigger caves. Let's decrease it to 0.6 and see what happens. Yo, bro, it eats up the world, man. Yo, almost all of the cave is gone. And here the top is gone. What if we go further? Here, what do we have here? It's the same everywhere, kind of. We don't see much of a difference. If we have biomes, we may... Oh, we could have like big mountains biome. We could have that. But here for the caves... Okay, chat. Okay, we need to make further changes to the cave, to the caves. To make further changes, we need to change the actual noise generation algorithm, which is located in the node graph. In the node here. This is the caves. These are the caves. These are the caves. Scale. Oh. And if I limit this to... Also, they just check it if it's positive. But here, if I do this value to be 0.6, it should be like my game. This should be like my game, kind of. Yeah, this is kind of like my game. 6. Like this. This is like my game. Exactly. And you get these blobs. Yeah, okay, so this is kind of what we're doing. Kind of what we're doing. This is from the fast noise library. It has a node graph tool where you can play around with the noise generation. So we just have this simplex Perle noise. Let's make it a bit more complex. Let's have this fractal. Let's have this fractal texture, which should make it more detailed. Okay, so now it should be more detailed. Okay, yeah, this is better. Let's copy this, copy and code it 3. Let's copy the 3 and let's use it. Let's use it. Where did we use it? Here we need to change this, be like that. Let's run it. Okay, wait a minute, it changes the 2D per noise as well. That's weird. That's weird. But here the oh, much better cave. Yo, look at this cave, bro. Much better cave. Much better. And we enter from the surface. But it ruined my 2D per noise. My 2D per noise, which is not acting. Yeah, it ruined my 2D per noise. It's like mountainous ranges. Yo. Interesting, chat. Yo, here it's cooler. Okay, we are going in the right direction, chat. This is the right direction. Maybe need to cap the cave noise. What do you mean to cap gaming studio? What do you mean? Yeah, these are currently the caves we are getting. Oh, this cave is cool. Yeah, oh, look at this. Bro, in Bulgaria, we have a cave like this, chat. Where it looks like two eyes. It looks like two eyes. But I forgot how it was called. We had a cave like this. Chat. Bulgaria cave eyes. Yeah, this one, chat. Yeah, this cave. We have a cave just like that one, chat. That looks like ice, chat. And look at this, chat. We have ice here. Yeah, it reminded me instantly to that cave, chat. It's identical. Yeah, it's very cool, chat. It's very cool. Yeah, and it's literally from here. Also, maybe real life is using 3D noise generation. We're in a simulation, chat. Chat, we're in a simulation. Okay, so I'm happy with the 3D noise cave. We just need to make it actually playable. We need to make it actually playable because currently the world, the surface level is broken. The surface is broken. We have too many mountains. And before it looked better. And maybe to not have the caves eat up from the world this much. To not have the caves eat up the surface this much. And here we end up in bedrock. Yeah, this is cool, chat. It's cool. This is like a mountainous region. Yeah, cool. Very cool. Interesting. So, bro, look at how it eats up the entire cave. Just make flat biome. Can you make some? Oh, to make the yeah, let's make the surface flat. Let's make it flat temporarily. That's a good idea. Why didn't I think of it from the start? Let's do surface level equal 125. 125. So this should be flat terrain, chat. Should be flat terrain. Yeah, it's flat terrain, chat. Oh, bro, we should have started with this from the very beginning. This is much better. Much easier to debug. Yeah, much easier to debug, chat. The caves. Much easier to debug them. I should have started with this from... Yo. This is cool. Look at this big... Yo. Cool. Here we have Steve. So, let's bring back the surface. I want the surface, but let's bring back the surface, but to be not as mountainous as before. Steve looks out of place without lighting. Is it? Does he? Out of place. Oh, to have shadows. Yeah, we don't have shadows for Steve. We don't have shadows. No, fine, it's fine. Steve doesn't have animations. Steve doesn't have animations. We attempted to do animations, but we failed. Oh, we can add water right now, chat. Chat, we can add water even now. Look at this, chat. It's gradually falling down. And does the water fall too slow? And this is it, chat. Water. And here, water. Water. And we are filling it up. Currently, they act like this because they prioritize going down into a hole. They prioritize going down, so if I break these blocks in here, here if I place water, it will prioritize going here. Look at this, chat. It prioritized the hole. It prioritized it. So here, if I break this, it will go down here, like this. It goes down here. And I've made it prioritized a little bit too much. Sometimes it needs to spread before prioritizes. Sometimes it needs to spread. For example, here probably needs to spread to the left and right. But when it's on a flat surface, it spreads properly. On a flat surface, it spreads properly. But here we don't have... Oh, in the bedrock here. Yeah, here it will spread properly. Here it acts fine. Like this, chat. Okay, so what are we going to do with the surface? Because if we don't manage to implement some kind of a surface that looks a little bit like before, we will have to scrap the feature. So let's think of something, chat. Let's think of something. Let me drink some water. Fill the case with lava. Oh yeah, we have lava. The lava doesn't have physics. The lava stays as a block. We could still add it just to have it. We could still add it, lava. Like here, if we combine it like this, it's kind of fine. Make water check down if no blocks found, then place water surrounding the main source. Bro, I'm already doing that, chat. We already did water, kind of. So let's do the surface, chat. Let's do the surface. Surface noise. Surface noise. Get terrain. Here. Oh, we're using the wrong generator. Oh, surface generator. I used the wrong generator, chat. Sorry, chat. Okay, so now it should be like before. Yeah, now it's... Yeah, the surface now is like before. And we both have the 3D caves. We have both of them, chat. That's cool. That's cool. Yo, look at this chat. Or maybe to limit caves to not be so close to the surface, because we have too many. Look at this chat. Maybe to have these big caves be way lower down. Or no, we already did something like that. When we did 3D noise, we made it so we have more of the noise the lower you go. The higher you go, the less of the 3D noise you have. We did some a technique like that in the first 3D noise stream. So we can use something like that where it will not make the 3D noise disappear from the surface. It will just make it less common. So we'll have some holes like these, but the big ones will be lower down. Something like that, chat. And what's the surface level? Surface level is around 128. How much is it in Minecraft? In Minecraft, surface is at around... How much is the surface? Where is the Y coordinate? Oh, 68. 68. And how low can it go? I think it can go in negative numbers. So how low can it go? How low can it go? Where do we see bedrock? Let's say up down here, minus 60. Minus 60 and 68, so 120. So what we have in our game, so 120. We have 120 in the top left. Minus 64, water level is 62. Okay. Oof, I closed the game. So, yeah, okay. This is pretty good right now, what we have. We have the previous 2D Perlen noise, and for caves, we are doing 3D noise. Sure, that's cool, but I would like... We have around 45 minutes. This, we could try to improve this a bit, or maybe to switch to a different feature. What should we do, chat? Should we try... but if we switch to a second feature, it will be a small one. Or should we continue with the caves? Chat, for me, the bedrock is at coordinate 0. For me, bedrock is at 0. I don't have negative Y. If we continue caves, the thing I'm going to focus on is to make them not be like this on the surface. To have these big caves be lower, way lower. Okay, we will continue with caves. Oh, ores. Yeah, we can do ores. Okay, chat. Okay, we have two goals. To make the caves not be like this on the surface. That's the first goal. The second goal, if we manage to do this, the second goal will be ores. That will be the second. This is a priority here, or is it a priority? Yeah, this should be a... Let's try to do this. Let's try to make them be less blocks. Let's try to make the caves be smaller above us and bigger below us, below the surface level. We're standing up, chat. Bro. Okay. How should we do this, chat? How should we do this? I have to think, Mark. Right now it's not even 8 p.m. Usually I start stream in 30 minutes. Usually I start stream in 30 minutes. We started way earlier, chat. We started way earlier. How should we do this? How should we do this, chat? Or maybe I have two options, chat. One option is to do it in code. One option to make caves be less of them close to the surface is through code here. The second option is to try with the node graph here, some kind of magic to use in the node graph. To use some kind of magic. Maybe to add the gradient, chat. Maybe to add the gradient that we attempted the first time. The gradient. Yeah, the gradient, chat. Okay, let's do it with the gradient. Let's do it with the gradient. Let's copy this node. Yeah, let's do that, chat. Let's do that. I think that should work. I think that should work. So this generator, this is for the caves. We do this and let's test it out. Kind of, yeah, kind of, but it's working too well. We need, it's removing too many of them. No, I can do it differently. I can change the lower a certain number. Where was it? Here, this number, I could lower it to be just the positive. The noise limit, I could lower the noise limit. And it should increase the caves. And with the gradient, it should be better. Yeah, like this. Look at how caves are way lower. Look at how we have huge caves here below the surface. The surface now is not broken like before. Look at how, chat, we've limited. Kind of. We've kind of done it. Yeah, look at this, chat. And some of them break. Yo, this one breaks through. Yo, chat, look at this, chat. Oh, some of them break through. Some of them break through. Chat. Some of them break through. Look at this. This one breaks through. And you fall down. And you're inside of a huge cave. That's cool. That's cool, chat. But maybe they're too big caves. They're too big, chat. Maybe they're too big. Yeah, too big. Here, let's increase the noise limit to 0.3. To 0.3. Let's do 0.3. Let's do 0.3. Kind of. Kind of. Some of them are pretty good, chat. Some of them are pretty good. Can you add random patches of dirt or at least for a few layers? On the surface level, you mean? You mean on the surface level? Whoa! Yo! Bro, I think bedrock is too close to the surface, chat. I think bedrock is too close. You can find a random dirt. What? Chat. Where's the terrain? Where's the terrain here, chat? Oh, come on. Oh, because the Perlen noise goes way lower. The Perlen noise continues down. And it reaches bedrock for some reason. Because it goes... Wait a minute. Oh, let's solve this, chat. Let's solve this. That's very weird. We have a sea of bedrock. This is This is the y position is 0 here. This is y position. So the surface level goes way too down. It shouldn't go this low. It shouldn't be this low. It should be between 85 and 120. Something like that. It's going way too low. So this is the surface noise. Surface noise, we multiply it by 25. So we should be getting a value between negative 25 and plus 25. So here surface level should be between, it should be between 75, between 75 and 125. This should be between 75 and 125. It should be like that, the surface level. And we're not changing it anywhere. And so if the global y, oh, maybe we're calculating the global y the wrong way. No, it's the subchunk origin plus the current y, the local y. So it should be fine. Should be fine. Why are we getting such a low surface level? We shouldn't be getting such a low surface level. Let's go back to where we call the terrain. Here we give it the cave noise, and here we get the surface noise. The surface level should be between minimum. The minimum should be 75. The minimum should be 75. It should be 75, chat. Yeah, here look at this, chat. Here we're 100. This is between the bounds. But here, okay, here we're still above the minimum. Here we're above the minimum. Here we're, okay, now we're below the minimum. Now we're below the minimum. That's peculiar. I cannot say it. Or maybe we give it the wrong values here. Maybe we give it, yeah, X, Y, and Z. We give it X, Y, and Z. It should be fine. Oh, I'm confused. I'm confused on why we reach bedrock so soon. Why do we reach bedrock so soon? Global Y is the subchunk origin. Maybe I calculate global Y the wrong way. Oh, the origin. Maybe the subchunk origin needs to be multiplied by 16. Oh, maybe that's the issue. Oh, chat. Maybe that's the issue. Bro. What's happening? This is y of 20. Oh, here is the it's even worse. It's even worse. Caves should not show bedrock. This is in development, chat. This is currently in development. This is not the final result. Oh, we can have lava like a gaming studio says, to just hide the bedrock through lava. That would be better. Let me think about it, chat. What did I break? What did I break? Here, get terrain. What do we give it in the Y? For the Y, we give it a value between 0 and 16. Between 0 and 15. We give it that as a value. Subchunk origin. Subchunk origin. Where do we generate the subchunk origin? Where do we do that, chat? Subchunk. Where do we generate subchunk? I want to see what origin we set. Do we set it times 16 or not? That's what I want to see. Is it times 16? Yeah, where do we call this constructor? Or subchunk. Update subchunk mesh, not here. Get subchunk. Should be in game layer. Subchunk here. Cave noise. Get subchunks mesh generation request. Where should it be? Oh, it should be at the end of this file. Should be somewhere here. Cave generate spawn village. This is for spawning the village. We don't care about the village right now. This for UI. World update. No. We should search it as world height. Yeah, world height here. This is how we do it. Subchunk position. Subchunk position. Okay, so it's times the size of the subchunk. Okay, this was important to know. Give me shout out, bro. Do you know where you are? This is not a TV show. Let me think about it, chat. Let's go back. Let's go back. Terrain. In here, we will not multiply it by 16. We are not going to multiply it. And here, let's how should we do it? How should we do it? Oh, maybe because of the biomes. Maybe because of the biomes. Let's delete them. Here to be... Let's ignore this code for the biomes. Yeah, maybe that's the issue. Like this. Let's see if this fixes it. The problem was that the surface was going down to the bedrock, which was a big mistake. I've made multiple block games as well, like Minecraft, using LLMs. Congratulations. So surface level should be at the minimum 75. At the minimum. At the minimum, it should be 75. And look at, now it goes slower. This is a big mistake. And we reach bedrock. That's a huge mistake. I don't know why this happens. I don't know why this happens. That's very weird, chat. That's very weird. Oh, maybe it's because I'm assuming this value is between -1 and 1. Maybe it's an even bigger number at some times. Here, let's assert if surface noise is less than -1 or surface noise is higher than 1. This shouldn't be happening. Let's test it out. Okay, it's fine. It's fine. So that's not the problem. That's not the problem. So why do we reach the bedrock, chat? Why do we reach the bedrock? Here the terrain goes lower and lower until we reach bedrock. This makes no sense to me. This makes no sense. Here, the y coordinate is 0. Here we are at 0. We're at 0. Or it's 2.6, but it's close to 0. And I've set it a limit to not go lower than 75. That's very weird, chat. Okay, let's keep it simple. Okay, here, let's check the surface level. Surface level. If it's below 75 or higher than 125. Let's test it out. Okay, surface level is fine. Surface level never goes lower than 75. Never. But we reach here grass block. That's very... Oh, let's go in debug mode. Maybe the assert happens just in debug mode. Oh, but a different mistake will happen that I haven't fixed. Okay, let's make it an obvious thing. Let's make it an obvious assert. Here, if it's less than... if it's less than 500, which is the case all the time. So we for sure should get an assert. For sure. Below bedrock is nothing. We didn't get the assert. We didn't get it. Okay, so I was doing an assert for nothing. I don't want to go in debug mode because there I have a problem. Oh, not in debug mode, assert is nothing, bro. I have my own assert, actually. I have my own assert, I think. Let's remove this. Off. I cannot change it. That's a bit of a bummer. I had my own assert. Where did I use it? I used it in the I had my own assert. This basically stops the game instantly, and it creates a breakpoint exactly where you're working. Logger could help with situation with trace stack. I could make a trace in raylib to log if surface level is outside of this range to comment something out. But it would be faster with the assert. It would be faster with assert. I had my own assert, chat. I had my own assert. Where did I use it? And it worked in release mode. It worked in release mode. What was it called? Chat. Where was it? I think it was for handling textures. I think it was in here. Dude. Oh, I just threw. I'm just throwing. Oh, brother. That's even worse. Okay. We'll throw. It's fine. So where was the code in subchunk? Here. So we'll just do if, and here we throw error. Like this, we'll throw error. Here, this is if it's below 75 or above 125. And let's see if there is a mistake. Yeah, instantly throws. Surface level is... I will need debug mode for this. Or can I do here plus surface level? Can I do it like that? I should get here a comment somewhere. It just created a breakpoint. I want to see the surface level. I need to go in debug configuration, but it opens up other issues I have that I haven't solved. And I don't want to bother with them. It's a bit of a bummer I don't have surface level access. Surface level. Why not offset the Y level? No. Chat, let's look at the surface noise. here. Surface noise, if it's below -1, or if it's above 1, to throw, to have the mistake here, to stop the game if surface level is below -1 or above 1. Instantly. Okay. Oh, surface noise is -2. Bro, why did nobody told me surface noise can go this kind of a number? Why is the noise not between -1 and 1? That's what I'm wondering. Why is the noise so different? So that was the issue, chat. Here, surface noise value. Oh, maybe because I don't start with zeros. Maybe because I don't start with zeros. Probably. Surface noise. Let's set them all to be 0, maybe. Yeah, probably. Surface noise set. Can I fill? I want to set it to be zeros. Vector default values. Yeah, default value should be 0, right, chat? Yeah. Okay, so by default it should be 0. Yeah, and here we can give it a default value. Yeah. By default, here it should be 0. And here it should be 0. Like that. By default, it should be 0. Yeah. Oh, wait a minute. Did I remove the cert, chat? Did I remove it? Yeah, I removed it. Let's see the noise value. Yeah, that's a bit of a bummer. I thought the noise value would be between -1 and 1. Yeah, it's -2. I didn't know that the noise value sometimes it's not -2. We could, let's try this, chat. Here, instead of multiplying by 25, to just leave out the surface noise. And we may just multiply it by a smaller number. Okay, so this is the default. Nice. Okay, so let's multiply it. Let's multiply it by 5. Multiply by 5. Okay, it's we're getting there. Before it was multiplied by 25. We can multiply by 10. I don't know what the range is. That's the issue, chat. I don't know what the range is. Because we got a value lower than -1. We got -2 and something. I don't know what the minimum is, chat. I don't know the minimum. Look at how here it continues to go down. That's very weird. How it continues to go down and down. That's very weird. And it always goes down. Okay, so it continues to change its value. It continues to change it. No matter to what I multiply it. Does the generator tree maybe have something in that may reduce the values? Further it goes from... We can... maybe you're right. Maybe that's the case. Let me think about it. I could have it be different. Here, we can use something else, chat. From here, let's just use this. Let's just use this. Copy. Let's just use this. This will be for the surface. This will be for the surface. Okay. Does it go up or down? No, now it looks to be fine. Kind of. Okay, so let's multiply it by a big number. Let's multiply it. Where is it? Get terrain here. Let's multiply it by 25. And let's see, do we get this error? Do we get this error? Are the values between -1 and 1? We still get a little bit lower than -1. Okay, let's do between -2 and 2. Does it get lower than that? Okay, no. So it's between... So it's between -2 and 2. Between -2 and 2. It's all right. It's a bit slow, the terrain generation, but it's not that bad. Not that bad, chat. And here sometimes we get cave, and here we have the caves. So what now, chat? What now? Oh, here we are 75. Yeah, it's pretty good. And here we have this cave, which connects here and here. Here it reaches bedrock. What now, chat? What should be the goal now? We could do better mountains to add snow, maybe. No, we're not doing snow. We're just focusing on caves. Should we switch to ores now? We have 15 minutes for ores. I don't think we have enough time for ores. Noodle caves. Oh, to add the other caves as well. Okay, let's add the noodle caves. Let's add the other caves as well. Let's add the other caves. I just need to enable them, chat. I just need to enable them. Cave. Yeah, here, cave generation. This is it. This should be the noodle caves. This should be the noodle caves. Okay, we have both the noodle caves and the 3D caves. Look at this, chat. Look at this. So you walk around in your noodle cave, which is ugly. And here it connects with the 3D noise cave. Here it connects with the 3D noise cave. That's cool, right? Chat? Cool. We need to fix the noodle caves, but... Yo! Look at how they connect here. Yeah, look at this, how it connects. Yeah, we have the noodle caves, and we have the big caves. I don't know. Add lava on bedrock level. Yeah, but it's not above every bedrock just lava. I don't like how they go straight usually. We can change the noodles. We can change them when we carve out them. Here, carve out cave. How should we do it, chat? Carve out cave. Cave. size, cave diameter. I forgot what we did. Clear block. Here we just oh, this is just no. This is different. This is different. Yeah, here it is. Here is the logic. Here is the logic. So chat was saying they are too straight. We need to make the change in the left and right be bigger. So let's have it be get cave noise, overlay noise. Let's have this the change into the left and right to be bigger number. So 80-degree change. And so now look at now the noodle caves. They do sharper turns, chat. They do sharper turns. Oh, look at how this noodle is going around the 3D noise cave. Look at how it's going, and it's even connecting here. Even connecting. We can make them. Oh, look at how this cave goes through the straight up, through the surface. And is it possible to change the size of the noodle? Somewhere to be bigger, somewhere smaller. How should we do? How should we do that, chat? Why do you see the pattern? Noodle caves look too much like square. Yeah. It's because chat, noodle caves are not actually square. I start them off as a circle and randomly I remove some blocks, some extra blocks. Randomly I remove some extra blocks. What should be the focus? It would be cool if the noodle caves sometimes are bigger, sometimes smaller. That would be cooler. Or should we, chat, which one should we do? Should we focus on the noodle caves or should we make it so these caves do not reach the bedrock? Because here it's not okay to have the bedrock below us. Do not have the bedrock below us. That's a bit of a bummer. I don't want the bedrock to be below us. I have an idea. I have an idea. I could here, because here is the caves. This is the caves. Here, these are the caves. We could set it below us. Yeah, we can subtract again. We can subtract again. 1 second, chat. Here. Let's create another gradient. Let's create another gradient. And we'll make it be y to be from below a little bit. Just a little bit. And to subtract again. Subtract. No. Should be opposite. Let me think about it. I want below to not have showing bedrock. I want to limit it below us to be a bit more limited. Yeah, to reach bedrock, but not this much. We're reaching too much of bedrock. We're reaching too much of the bedrock. Let me think about it. Let me think about it. So these are the caves. We subtract from them. So above. Yeah, we subtract the white part. We subtract it from the cave noise generation. So we get just the bottom part. We need to subtract again. Oh, we need to subtract a lot less. We need to subtract a lot less. How should I do it? Y offset. Yes, something like this maybe. Something like this, maybe. Let's try this, chat. Try this. I need to do a commit at some point because I haven't done a single commit. That's extremely bad. I hate it when I do that because I cannot go back to previous versions. Like they're gone forever. It's a bit of a problem that I don't do commits. Generator. Like this. Like this. Sure. So let's test it. Let's test it. Let's see. What? Chat? What happened? Missing bedrock. Yeah, there's missing bedrock. I don't know why there's bro, how did you notice this? The missing bedrock. How did you notice it? Yo, imagine you're here and you're playing in this world. That's a bit cool. Somebody said add, not subtract. But subtraction was what helped me the last time, chat. Here I can do operation add temporarily, just to test it out. No, no, no. No, no. I don't like at. I don't like at. And I like doing it like this. I want to remove the bottom part here. Look at how it's just white at the bottom. There is probably the bedrock. I want to make it dark there as well. That's what I wanted to do. What I wanted. How do I flip it? Still the same. That's very weird. I cannot touch the bottom part. Change the min max y value for the noise. There is a min max value. Output min, output max. Oh, these ones. No, I don't want to touch these ones. They're fine. Here, gain. How much each octave contributes to final result. Okay, I don't care about that. This gradient. Sure. What I currently want is when we get bedrock, like we have 3D noise caves and we combine them with the Perle noise caves, the caves we had before, the Perle and Worm caves. Wait, what happened? What did I break? Did I break something? Okay, it's fine. We have the noodle caves, we have the 3D noise caves. Problem is, and they are not at the surface, they are down below. Problem is when they're down here at the bedrock, they're too much. I don't want them to be this much down below. Or maybe there isn't a bottom for the noise, 3D noise. Maybe there isn't a bottom for the 3D noise. I don't want to use another 3D noise because it will slow down everything too much. Yeah, look at this, chat. This is too much. This is too much. I don't like this. It's too much. And my idea was in the graph editor here, this is the current caves. Change the min or max value of the big cave noise so it doesn't go below bedrock. There isn't something like that. There isn't a min. Like I could, so what you're saying is to limit it, to not stop at the bedrock, to stop a little bit above it, but it will be ugly. It will be a flat stop. I don't want a flat stop. I want like a Perle noise stop. So this currently is the current, this is the way we are generating the caves with this texture, this noise texture. And I'm trying, like, we started with this texture, which is just Perle noise, like simplex noise. It's just noise texture. It's very simple. It's a noise texture. And everywhere it's like that. It's like that. It's like entire world is filled with caves, the entire world. And so we subtracted from the texture from the above. From above, we subtracted this gradient, which limited to like this, where we get caves below a certain level. The caves stop at some point. What's up, asteroid? At some point, the caves stop. So that was an improvement. The issue is, oh, wait a minute. Why do we have caves here? So is this flipped? Why isn't it the 3D noise everywhere? That's interesting. Why is the 3D noise just on the X and Z axis? That's interesting. So here, what do I get? Still kind of the same. Yeah, still the same. I'm subtracting the same gradients, but if I flip my idea was here, I subtracted this gradient, which limited the case from above. So my idea was to do the same from below with another gradient. So this gradient, let's flip it. This was my idea, like this. Now it's flipped. Look at this gradient is from down below. And so we get, for some reason, we get back to the start, where everywhere we have caves. Now everywhere we have caves. And that's extremely confusing. That's very confusing because here we subtracted and we're subtracting again, so we should get less, but we get more. First gradient cancelled the second one. The first one cancels the second one. Also, we're basically subtracting from everywhere. And we get the same result, but with lower numbers. Okay, so what if I lower this? Like here, y offset. Y offset to push it. And here y offset to push it more. And what do we get? We get nothing. It's fine, chat. I'll figure it out sometime. I'll figure it out. Where is the game? This is the game. I was trying with the 3D noise caves, I was trying to make it so we don't have here caves. I was trying to make it so we don't get caves here. Like to have cave, but to not reach the bedrock. That was what I was trying to do, but it's fine, chat, it's fine. So I'll do a summary and we'll end it. So basically the summary is chat voted today to add caves using 3D noise, and if we had time to add ores. We didn't have time for ores, but we managed to use 3D noise for cave generation. We managed to generate caves with 3D noise, and we are combining two noise generations. We are combining one from we're combining a 2D Perle noise. This is for the surface level. We calculate the surface level with 2D Perle noise. Basically how high or low the surface is. So that we can set on the surface when the y coordinate, on the top left you can see it, when the y coordinate equals to the surface, it's grass block. Below it, it's stone. Below it is stone, but depending on the 3D noise, another noise generator, depending on the 3D noise, we may have air, type air here. And I set it to be if the 3D noise is below 0.3, let's say, it was something like that, to have the type be stone. So most of the blocks here are stone. Some of them are air, and it's depending on the 3D noise. And I brought back my pearl and worm caves, which are very simple, and I'm combining all of them together. And I got this result. We added the bedrock, and it's a bummer that we have so much bedrock showing. I wanted to make it so a lot less bedrock shows, but we didn't have time to do it. Chat is suggesting to clamp it. I'll play around with it probably off stream. But we have a time limit for the stream of 3 hours. And we're at 3 hours, chat. And so that's it for today. We started a bit early. Usually I start right now, and now we end now. Usually I start the stream at this time. I did it a bit earlier. So that's it, chat. That's it. Yeah, bye, chat. Yeah, bye, Frost.